Hello and welcome to a new special episode on radioday.gg Divine Gamers. And in today's episode, we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm on my alt account, which every time you click away, you have to reconnect. But basically, what I want to do is I want to talk about the first things that I would recommend you do when you first start an island on rainy day. And you can see just below me down here, there's a list of things to do, but I'm going to kind of walk you through it bit by bit. So first thing to do is to create an island. Now my recommendation is to create the beginner's island, and the reason for that is because it comes with a cobble generator, which an ore generator, which is absolutely what is key to use. So one I tend to pick is the one that's easiest to start. Now you'll see that the text is really big. I'm on my Bedrock account, and as we know, Bedrock, huge text. I can't work out how to close it, but I normally play on Java. But here we go. So what we're going to do first and foremost, I would recommend you pick the beginner island, and that will give you what you've got here, which is one tree. You've got a chest with some oak, saplings, stake, sand, sugar canes, cobblestone, dirt, some lava buckets, some water, and some armor. Pop your armor on first and foremost. Might as well get that done. And right, but the first thing I would recommend you do in all of this is go to the tutorial first. So if you do /warp tutorial, and that brings you here. Now there are multiple floors of this. I would highly recommend you have a quick look around here. It talks about all the different elements of the server and what you do, the different environments. It talks about the families. You've got all the useful commands. That is a really key one. I would suggest taking a picture of that if you are new and you've never done this before. Weather, something that you will get to know, but this tells you what different types of weathers there are. Pop up stairs, and people always forget or don't realise there's several floors. Special drops, farming, more about special drops, fishing. These are mining special drops, fishing special drops, farming special drops. Wood cutting special drops, standard spawners, mob slayers, spawner charging, how to charge your spawners. I would highly recommend you read it, and I know everyone's like, oh, let's skip the tutorial, but actually there's some really important information on all of these floors. You know, the mods and the owners don't put these in for the sake of it. They put them in because it does actually explain all the basics and some of the non-basics as well. Of Radio Day and how to get started on Radio Day. This talks about Sky Dust, Sprites, Auction House, Dynamic Shop, and how it works. I think this is the final floor. Yes, it is. This talks about crates, the payouts if you're planning on going for top islands as weekly competitions. Talks about cloud coins, and then more importantly, we've got ranks. So yeah, if you ever want to get back to your island, it's IS Home or IS Go. I always do IS Home. Okay, now there are a few things I would recommend you do before you do anything. So we've done the tutorial, we've done warp crates. You want to try and give yourself some space. Now, bearing in mind that dirt on this server is one of the most precious resources. It's expensive to buy, so do not waste it, okay? Remember that you can use the moss, which is much easier to get and easier to replicate, can be used in the most places that dirt can anyway. So I would always recommend trying to give yourself a bit of space so you're not all cramped. The other thing to note is if you dig down, there is actually some more dirt layers underneath, so I would recommend making sure you don't break your cobble generator. I would recommend that you go down and you try and gather all of the dirt that's not necessary underneath. Like I said, be careful not to break your ore generator. So I'm not going too close. I know that the ore generator is there, so I'm not going to go too close to it. I think these blocks are okay to take. But like I said, dirt is such an important resource when starting out that I would recommend you go under your island and gather all of this dirt that you've got that's spare underneath. There we go. create myself a staircase to get back up. Now the other thing with this server, I've lost a couple of pieces of dirt. Oh well. Is that feet drops are on. So actually, if you break a block from over here, it will drop at your feet, as you can see. So bear that in mind when you are kind of leaning over the edge of things. So these are the items that you get to start with. It gives you some spare lava and water just in case you break your cob or your generator. Sugarcane, in my opinion, sugarcane is one of the easiest things to use to get your farming skills up. But as with every episode of Minecraft we've ever played, you always start by punching a tree. And you can see that what's popping up at the moment is knowledge. So as you break it, you actually gain knowledge, and as you go up the different ranks of knowledge and skills, you gain extra skills and you can move from different wood types. Now again, a handy tip, I would recommend you break the leaves by hand, because then you are guaranteed, or more guaranteed, to get the saplings, because you do need to try and maximise your saplings best as possible, especially early game. If you let the tree decay itself, there is a chance that things will fall off the edge into the void, and once they're in the void, they're gone. So I would highly recommend breaking these yourself. Let's see, because we actually gained 3 saplings from that, 4 saplings from that as well. Okay, then what I would recommend you do, like I said, because dirt is so precious, do not waste it. So do not kind of build on it. Certainly early game, try not to use it as building material where you possibly can, because you don't have moss yet. We need to do that to be able to start it. So you've got your wood, you've got your saplings. Okay, the other thing on this server is you have things called sprites. Now sprites are basically like a little helper that you can actually set to help you do stuff. I would recommend very much early game to start to get your sprite down and get it generating money. Okay, now it can generate all the skills, sky dust, all them sorts of things, but I think early game, get it doing money. So if you do /sprite, there we go. You want to click on this one here, which is the Universal Sprite. Everyone gets a free Universal Sprite. When you click, there we go. And what you can then do, select either skill, knowledge, sky dust, or money. I would recommend money, and then press place. And then your little sprite, which is a little ally, will start collecting money for you. Right click on it, and here you can see that's the storage. It's got 1,000. You can hold 1,000 money, $1,000 in there. You can actually upgrade it, rename it, add cosmetics, and place and remove. But I would definitely recommend getting that down, getting it making money. Now, you need to be online for your sprite to work. Okay, so that's the only caveat. Okay, but I would recommend, if you have the ability to, that when you're not playing, that you try and AFK where possible. Stay within your sprite, and you can AFK. Okay, right. Next, let's just try and get ourselves our first stone tools, just so we're set up. So if you punch this middle block, for those who don't know how an ore gem works, and then it regenerates the middle block like that, you can see. Now the important thing to remember on this server, why are the drops not? Oh, okay, of course you can't punch wood. Of course you can't. Right, so let's create ourselves a crafting table. There we go. That's not right. Wow. Okay. Let's craft all of this into planks. And then what we'll do is we'll make ourselves a crafting table. Get one crafting table down. There we go. And then let's just get ourselves a wooden pickaxe. We're not going to stay at wood for very long. But there we go. Okay. So my recommendation for blocks is, in the starter bit, you get packed mud, you get cobblestone, you get andesite, and you get sandstone. They are the kind of starter blocks that you want to have. Andesite, And you also get tuft as well. Andesite and tuft I would recommend saving, because you can use that to replicate your moss later in the game. So I would try to make your base out of your expansion out of cobblestone or out of packed mud. There we go. Let's just get ourselves enough to be able to make a set of tools. There we go. Right. Get some sticks. Make ourselves a stone pickaxe. Make ourselves a stone hoe. I always like to have a stone hoe. We need more sticks. We need more cobblestone. So now we've got a stone pickaxe. This will go much quicker. You can literally hold down your left click button. Please do not use an auto clicker or anything that will automate this. You need to be available. We want to try and make this server as fun for everyone. And actually, what we also don't want to do is overload it. And if we've got hundreds of people sat there, AFK, auto-clicking for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to try and build up the resources, it will absolutely just ruin the server for everyone else. So let's not do that. It is a bannable offence as well, worth pointing out. Okay, so that's kind of early game. So we've got our sprite that's down and has already collected us 2 money. Now, it doesn't sound a lot, but actually, it really adds up. Early game, any form of money is really important to get. So the other thing to do while we're waiting for this to all grow is we want to vote. So I'm just going to bring up, I'm just going to switch windows. 1 second. Here we go. Let's just bring that up. There we go. Should be able to see that. Okay, so what I would recommend every day is you going and you voting. Okay, so you vote by going to rainyday.gg/vote. No, it's not. store.rainyday.gg/vote, and it brings you to here. And you can vote 4 times a day. So if you go to vote link 1, tell them that you're human, put your username in, and then you want to vote for the server, and that's vote link 1 done. Then go to vote link 2, and again into that, click vote. There you go. You see, vote registered. Vote link 3. This one takes a little bit longer. Click on that, press submit vote. You do actually have to wait. You can see it says submitting in 12 seconds. Don't click away from that window while you're doing this, because it will not count your vote. So let's wait until that's done. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Thanks for voting. And then the same for vote link 4. Go to vote link 4. We do need to do an I'm not a robot. And if you're on a handheld device, that does sometimes come up with the capture thing. Submit vote. And there we go. You'll see in 15 seconds we will have gained our 4th vote, and I will show you how to do that. Now, why it's really important to do that early game is 2 reasons. One, when you vote for the server, it actually bumps the server ratings up, which is good because it brings in new players. The more players, the bigger the community, the better it is for everyone. But what it also allows you to do, and I can now just take that away. Let me just hide that. Oops. There we go. Okay, we're back. Is we can now go to //vote. And you can see we've got 4 vote spins. Now, why this is good early game, this is going to give me iron. I think for some people it might give oil and it might give stone, but it actually gives you good starter resources. I got 50 money there, and you can see that it gives you an array of different things. There we go, some sky dust, and this scales as well. So as you are progressing through your Minecraft journey, you will actually get better things. Iron pickaxe. Great. Like I said, I don't know if everyone will start with an iron pickaxe, but that is going to be a lifesaver for us. I'm not going to use it for the purposes of this video. And we've got ourselves a custom book as well. What's the custom book? Poison Blade. So that is something that you can use for dungeons as we go. The other thing from a vote perspective, you can see on the right hand side they've got cloud coins. That's because I participated in season 1 on this account, and cloud coins is the main currency, and you can actually go to /store and you can actually buy things with cloud coins. So you can buy ranks, and you can, if you go into ranks, it'll tell you what each rank gives. So you do have access to a player vault. And a player vault, which is /PV, either 1 or 2. We go to 1. It actually allows you to have, it's extra storage. It's basically like a backpack. And I haven't got a rank on this, so I've only got 1 vault. If I then go back to store, it also allows you to buy keys that can be used at the crate section, and you can also buy perks. The biggest recommendation I could make is to try and get fly. It makes life so much easier when you're building, especially if you want to start building different layers. So try and get fly if you absolutely can. That is something I would recommend. Keep on top of your sprite as well, because it is building up. And what that allows you to do is you can then go into the shop and you can actually buy certain early game stuff. If we go into farming, you can see that you can buy, once you've unlocked it, you can buy early game. You can actually get some sugarcane, and you can see you can buy early game blocks as well. So there are a few things that you can actually buy. You see, dirt, expensive, so it's very, very much a block that you want to keep hold of. Early game, lots of people sell dirt as well. So remember, standard sort of Minecraft rules apply. Make sure you are lighting up your island. Certain things will only grow with light. So make sure that you are kind of building your island up. But yeah, that's kind of how we want you to. The first sort of half an hour is just a case of starting early. Don't rush. Don't build yourself up slowly. Don't be tempted to try and rush, because it's much better learning the different commands and learning how the actual environment works, how the community works, and things like that, than rushing your way to it. I'm on the edge of my border. There we go. So this is the edge of my island, and you can see we don't have a huge island to start with. There we go. Let's future-proof this by putting some blocks down ready for planting when our trees start to grow. If you go to IS upgrades, there are options to upgrade the island size with Skydust. You can add members, so you don't have to do this solo. You can actually add members to your island, and you can work together. You can actually increase the effectiveness of your ore generator. So at the moment, because I'm right at the beginning, my skill level means I am collecting. If we go into /studies, our ore is basically, we're on coal. You can see that we have got 1 of 100. When we've got 100, we progress up here, and eventually you can then unlock iron, and then you can start making iron tools. Like I said, I do have an iron tool, but I'm not going to use it for the purpose of this, because the key bit is to just focus on grinding, keeping an eye on your trees from growing. As soon as your trees grow, harvest them. Like I said, make sure you are capturing the saplings as well by breaking the leaves by hand. If you want to, since it is kind of easy to get, I tend to use a hoe to break leaves. Much easier to do. You will find yourself going through many stone pickaxes, and actually what it does is creates a newfound appreciation for iron, for certain. Because when you unlock iron, or you get your first iron pickaxe, as I kind of did then, I got lucky and got that. It's so important to get it, and it's so much of a godsend to be able to do that. So yeah, so that's kind of what we want to do. I am going to use, there we go, our first tree has grown. So let's use the stone hoe to break the leaves. There we go. And because we've got feet drops on, in theory, we got no saplings. Wow. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, we have to rely on our next lot of saplings then. Wow, what rotten luck. Anyway, that's fine. We need the wood, whatever happens. There we go. So, we've done the tutorial. Feel free to use the tutorial and go back and forth to the tutorial to as a reference. If you're unsure, go to the tutorial. If you ask in chat, people will help you, but people will get frustrated if you're asking simple things that are available in tutorial. So I would always check tutorial at first. If you're unsure after reading the tutorial, then ask in chat. And you can do that by going to your chat member and saying, hi chat, recording a video, say hi. And you can't really see it because it's under the messages, but yeah, there you go. Okay, so yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing. So what we're doing there, so again, making sure that you expand your island as far as you possibly can. You will need all the space you can get while your island is small. I would recommend being vertical. Don't think of this as a 2D adventure. Create yourself a staircase and build up and create yourself things on another layer. Obviously make sure you are not blocking your trees from growing. That's key. You know, build yourself another sort of layer to be able to work on, and then spread it out. Create yourself another layer, and you know, this can be your farming area. You know, when we eventually get seeds, is that going to grow? Yeah, I think it should do. But yeah, lots of people ask in chat, what's the best way to make money? What's the easiest way to make money on this server? The easiest way, I feel, is sprites. There you go. You are making, it doesn't seem a lot, but you are making money as we go. And remember that once you kind of built your platform, you can sell your blocks. So if you go to /sell, any blocks you get that you need, I'm gonna get rid of my andesite. I'm gonna sell my tufts. I'm gonna keep my cobblestone. There you go. Sell it. It's only, you're not making a huge amount of money, but it all adds up. The idea is not to do this quickly. The idea is to take your time, grind away, and make sure that you are learning the server as you go. And it's kind of, it compounds itself, you know, because as you start to get do things a little bit slower, then you'll start learning new techniques. You'll start learning new things. You'll get more money. You'll start getting involved in the community. You'll start using the auction house, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're then an active part of the community, and your island is growing. But yeah, that's what I'd do. That's my recommendation to do it. Like I said, make sure you're voting every day. Make sure you're using your votes. You can use. I don't think there's a limit on votes now. Well, there's certainly a very high limit. You're certainly not, if you're starting out, gonna use that. So yeah, and this is going to be where I'm going to plant sugarcane. Obviously, we need water. So what we're going to do, again, try and get your sugarcane up and running. There we go. Is it in the chest, Doctor? So we need the water. Other recommendation: getting yourself an unlimited water source, unlimited water source, an infinite water source. I just realised I don't want that block there. So let's just mine some blocks. Oh, more coal. That's good. We're 2 of 100 on coal now. If you upgrade your cobble generator, your ore generator, you will gain coal quicker, and therefore you'll be able to upgrade it quicker. Right, have we got enough? Right, let's where are we going to put it? Let's put it up here. So not used to bedrock. Oh. Oh, that's horrendous, but there we go. That'll do. Get your 2 buckets, one at that end, one at that end, and then the middle one is then infinite water source. And let's break that. There we go. Got our sugar cane. And we can also put it on this side as well. Well, this is going to flood below. That's okay for the time being. Oops. Like I said, sugarcane I feel is one of the best ways to get your oh, ridiculous. How? Well, there we go. Don't do that, because now I'm going to have to break obsidian with a stone tool, and it's going to break my stone tool, or it might not. Trees grown. Who'd have thought most of this video would be me breaking obsidian with a stone tool? I think it does. I hope it does. I'm sure it does. Yes, it does. Ooh. Ooh, that was lucky. Right. There we go. That's why you get given a second. That's why you get given a second lava. Ooh, right. Right. Do we get lucky with saplings? Yeah. Oh. Wow, we're not getting saplings. Why are we not getting saplings? I'm getting really unlucky. Essentially, you want to be getting saplings. Right, there we go. We've got our sugar cane up there. We've got our ore generator. So yeah, so that's it. Like, I didn't want this to be a long video. I just wanted to get people. Move that. What? Why are the saplings disappearing? That's really weird. Anyway, yeah, so that's the tutorial. That's basically what you want to do, and you know, basically it's just a case of keeping on top of stuff. As your sugarcane grows, harvest it. As your trees grow, harvest them, and then in between, make sure that you are using your ore generator, and you will have to, like I said, you will have to keep making lots of stone tools until you unlock iron. But yeah, absolutely. There we go. And then build up. Build a nice column base. Build lots of different layers, and build to your heart's content. So yeah, hopefully that helps for those who are unsure about starting off. Yeah. So, all good. So thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully this has helped. Please pass this on to anyone you know who is new to the game. Then this would be a good sort of starter for them. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. And yeah, enjoy the server. Thanks very much. Goodbye from me.